Man City have told Jack Grealish that he can leave this summer for a reported £40 million. Here's 10 reasons why he's the perfect signing for Spurs. The last 2 seasons have proved that Sonny is not quite the player that he used to be, and also he could be off to the Saudi Pro League. And also with Maddison and Kulusevski suffering with regular injury problems, who better to cover the number 10 and wide left positions than Jack Grealish? With Champions League football assured for next season, we're going to need squad depth, but not just squad depth, quality squad depth. And Grealish fits the bill perfectly. Grealish is available for a reported £40 million. Now, bearing in mind that Bayern Munich wanted £50 million to make Matis Tel's move permanent, the gulf in the quality of the two players is vast. Grealish is an absolute snip at £40 million. Grealish was an integral part of the Man City treble winning team, but he's had 2 in different seasons since then, which basically means he's in no position to demand ridiculous wages. We could probably get him for between 150 to 175 grand a week, add in some bonuses, add in some incentives, goal bonuses, appearance bonuses, and I think he'd take that deal. Grealish has a huge following all over the world and he'd bring a bit of stardust to the club. We'd sell a shit ton of shirts on the back of his transfer and he'd also increase the profile of the club and increase our reach globally. If Grealish did decide to make the move to Spurs, it's a signal to other top players that Spurs is a realistic destination. We've seen it many times in the past. When one top player goes to a club, all of a sudden, other top and elite players think to themselves, you know what, I could see myself there. With the World Cup on the horizon at the end of next season, what better motivation than for Grealish to get in his best shape and produce his best football for our club? A fit and on-form Jack Grealish is still a brilliant player and he would walk into our first 11 on top form. After 6 years at Man City, with Pep Guardiola, with all those other world-class players and a shed load of trophies in the bag, Grealish would bring that winner's mentality to our club and improve the standards immediately. Despite his party boy image, former teammates of Grealish always remark on how much of a solid pro he is. He'd also be great to have around the dressing room, adding to the camaraderie and lifting the mood of the club. One of the things we regularly struggle with, especially when we're under pressure and the opposition crowd are in full voice, is retaining the ball. There's nobody better in the Premier League than keeping hold of the ball, carrying his team further up the field and winning fouls in dangerous areas. Mikey Moore is a young, promising player that plays in a style pretty similar to Grealish, and who better to learn from than Grealish himself? He can help to nurture Mikey Moore, bring him up a level and make him his heir apparent for when he leaves the club in a few years' time. So there's 10 solid reasons why Grealish would be a great signing for Spurs, and I'll leave you with this question. Why take a punt on an unproven foreign player or an unproven youngster when you can pay £40 million, which is basically peanuts in today's game, and get a top quality, current England international, multiple Premier League winner and treble winner? It's an absolute no-brainer. Thanks for watching.